Hey everyone, how you doing? So today's video might be a little weird. I'm ended up having to record on a different computer because my computer died. If there's any issues with audio or video, I apologize. Next week or this week sometime, Bungie will be sending all of us an email asking us to vote on next week's Trials map. I'm not going to influence you on what you should vote for, but vote for Anomaly. It's the only good one on there, but whatever. You vote for what you want. I'm just letting you know that there's a chance to vote for the map next week. This week is the Unwavering Duty. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this is the last time it's coming around in rotation, and it's going away next season. So this is your last chance to grab the Unwavering Duty. And don't sleep on it. It's in one of the best archetypes of machine gun, and it has pretty good rolls. Things I would be looking out for on it would be auto-loading, cascade point, auto-loading firing line, or subsistence incandescent, or subsistence killing tally. All great perks, and it would suck to miss out on the only solar machine gun of this archetype. Now, what is the map? The map is Endless Vale.
Welcome to the Trials of Osiris. Ha! Okay, no. They're of Osiris.
So, the strategy for Endless Vale. We've gone over this before in a video, but it's always good to get a refresher. You know, you never know who's new to the game and whatnot. And here we go. You got your two spawns. You got one here, and you got one here. Now, both sides are pretty similar. There's not going to be a major difference between spawning on either side. You got your three main lanes that are going to work here, here, and here. Those are going to be your three main lanes for this, and they're all pretty similar from both sides. You're not going to have a major difference between them. Now, you are going to have point here, point here, point here, and again, not any major differences. We'll start down here in this temple area. So in this temple area, point being right here. So as you come down here, you can see my color. As you come down to this area, there's going to be a lot of grenades. Now, what do I mean by a lot of grenades? I mean a lot of grenades. So you're going to have probably your trip mines here. You're going to have trip mines here. On all these walls, you're going to have them down the center here. You're going to pretty much be boxed in by grenades, and there's not a lot you could do about it. So my recommendation is to get down to this temple area first and hold it with map control. Otherwise, you're going to be having a tough time on this bottom point, because again, there's only 3 entrances down here, and once you're inside, it's very easy to cover, so don't lose out. Now, for the center point, alright, for the center point, get your point right there in the middle. You get these 3, technically 4 choke points. Now, in this map, you're gonna have to watch out for these main death alleys, and this middle choke point is a main death alley that a lot of people like to run to right here, look down, and then somebody gets sniped. So my recommendation is don't do that. You either move across to these cubbies, or until you see radar pings more in the middle, or you rotate out here into the side inside here, or down here into here, because taking the risk of moving across this or peeking the sniper that's going to be inevitably laning is dumb. So don't do it. Now your power positions here, from this side you're going to want to hold here. If you're from this side, obviously the opposite, you know, and holding cubbies are real important, because if you hold cubbies, you can pretty much prevent somebody from pushing here or here. And if you're holding these little, I don't know, alcoves, I would call them, then you can make sure somebody isn't coming up drain. And if you have map control, then you, there's no way for them to push without somebody dying. Unless they have the perfect off angles or the perfect aim, you're probably going to win this one. And last but not least, we have this north side point, right? If we were to draw a compass, terrible. Sorry. You got north side, so where B point usually spawns, that is another capture point. Now this is the slowest out of all 3, because you have such long angles. Anybody that jumps up onto this area can be seen from here and here, from here, from here, right? You can be seen from in here, from both here and here. Like, this is not a safe area to jump up on unless you absolutely know that you have control. Another thing that people like to do is the float lock, like jump around this tree, come around, and they're going to be floating with like DMTs or no time to explains, and they can kind of just shoot down at you here, right? So be on the watch out for that. But the main thing, this one is really waiting for the enemy team to make a mistake, because like I said, this is most stand stillish kind of point on this map, because if you hop up, like I said, you're going to die if you hop up first. So, you know, having map control will win you this point. So what subclasses are we looking at for this map? First, we're going to start off with Hunters. Starting up with Hunters, Solar, you know, is going to be good with, you know, Arcmar spines. Invisibility is pretty good because there's a lot of tight corridors and ways to maneuver around the map, sneak up on people. Stasis is really good for corridor control and barricades because it forces Titans away from their barricades. And I did not list Strand here, but Strand is included. Strand will also be good, especially on the outside point. Now coming to Titan. Again, Arc Titans, still strongest subclass in the game. Void Titans as well for overshields, getting bubbles really quickly, and those are the only two Titan subclasses I would recommend. Sunbreaker takes way too long to get. Berserker could be alright, but it's still a little iffy. Now on to Warlock. Really, anything on Warlock is pretty viable. I'd say you could use Void for Nova Bomb. You could use Solar for Well. Well is probably going to be top tier. Well always is top tier. Float locking around, getting your super really quickly. Take advantage of that. You also have Threadling builds that are really good on this map. You also have Stasis, Freezy boys. You could just freeze everything. Actually, Warlocks are pretty strong on this map. But again, if they have too many Titans, then you really need to worry about shutting down Titan barricades and not just what you can use. So that's my recommendation. So finally, what weapons will you see this map? You'll probably see hand cannons, shotguns, pulse rifles, and the Immortal. Of course, the Immortal. Can't forget the Immortal. And No Time to Explain, because No Time to Explain is still really, really strong. So expect these weapons. Don't expect anything less. Remember, this is the last week to pick up this machine gun. Don't forget it. For a while, it'll probably be like 3 or 4 seasons before it shows back up, if it even shows up back up at all. So make sure you go and pick this up this weekend. Also, don't forget to vote on the map. Even if you vote poorly and vote for Cathedral or Vostok, at least vote. It'll be better for everyone. And so I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry for such a scuffed episode. Literally, my computer died and I lost everything on it. I am kind of having to start from scratch. I lost all my assets and everything, and I really hope you guys are alright and do well and do great things. And I still, again, apologize for that, and see you guys all later. If you look at the description, there will be a link to t-shirts. When it asks if you're a robot, yes, it does that. I'm just trying to make some money so I can get my PC fixed so I can actually start making videos again. And I know it seems a little soon, but again, yeah, I'm trying to do whatever I can for this side hobby to, you know, still be able to make it. Maybe it's a sign, I don't know. But again, if you're interested, it says Trials for Noobs on it. It's got a kind of interesting logo and it looks really nice. So if you're interested, it's down there. So again, I do want to thank you for the love you guys have shown me, and you know, honestly, the kind of take off. Like I don't understand what's so appealing about Trials for Noobs, but I guess it does help people, and I hope to help you. And if there's anything more I could do or any way I could explain things better, then let me know. But if that's it, then I will see you guys later.